You are not going to believe the absolute chaos unfolding right now as we head into the divisional round. We have Matthew Stafford dealing with a throwing hand injury that could completely derail the Rams. Ben Johnson officially cementing himself as a Chicago legend by telling the Packers exactly where to go, and Roger Goodell is personally touring stadium sites in Indiana. This is the perfect storm, and everything is breaking in our favor. If you are hyped that our coach finally has the guts to speak his mind, smash that like button, subscribe, and share this video so we can keep this community growing strong. Let's be real for a second. How good does it feel to wake up knowing the football gods might actually be smiling down on Chicago? We have a massive update on the Rams quarterback situation that changes the entire complexion of this weekend's matchup. Matthew Stafford is hurt. And I don't mean a little bump or bruise. I mean a significant issue with his throwing hand. The news dropped yesterday from Ian Rappaport following the Rams' win over the Carolina Panthers. Stafford took a nasty hit to the hand, and while X-rays came back negative for a dislocation, thank goodness for him, it isn't pretty. It's officially diagnosed as a sprain in the index finger of his throwing hand. Now, Sean McVay is doing the typical coach speak, coming out and saying Stafford is good to roll for Sunday against us. He also mentioned that guard Kevin Dotson, tight end Terrence Ferguson, and cornerback Josh Wallace should be active. But let's cut through the noise and look at the reality of Stafford's finger. Did you see him after the injury against Carolina? He fell off a cliff. He completed only 20% of his passes after jamming that finger. 20%. That is not a guy who is good to roll. That is a guy who can barely grip the football. Have you ever jammed your finger? I'm asking you seriously. I've played football, I've broken fingers, dislocated them, jammed them, you name it. It throbs. It swells. And it does not heal in a week. Now imagine trying to throw an NFL football with velocity and accuracy while your index finger, the finger crucial for spin and control, is screaming in pain. And he has to do this in the freezing cold. This isn't playing in a dome in Los Angeles. This is Chicago in January. That brings me to the biggest factor of this game, the bare weather. Stafford has a history of absolutely crumbling in the cold. It's not just a narrative, the numbers back it up. In his career, when the temperature feels like 20 degrees or lower, Matthew Stafford has a record of 1-8. 1 win. 8 losses. That is catastrophic. He is a dome quarterback. He's used to perfect conditions. Even this season, the coldest game the Rams played was 36 degrees in Atlanta and 45 in Carolina. And guess what? They lost both of those games. Their average home game is a balmy 69 degrees. They are not built for this. So, here is the scenario. You have a quarterback with a sprained throwing index finger, who historically cannot play in the cold, coming into a stadium that is going to be rocking, with temperatures plummeting. History is on our side too. 40 years ago today, January 12, 1986, the Rams came to Chicago for a playoff game and got shut out 24-0. And looking at recent trends, NFL dome teams playing on the road in the playoffs in temperatures below 40 degrees have a record of 1-5. The odds are stacking up against them. I am absolutely stoked about this forecast. We are hearing reports of negative wind chills and precipitation. This is exactly what we want. This is where the Bears thrive. If you are going to the game, bundle up, because it is going to be brutal for the Rams, but beautiful for us. I have to ask you guys this, and I want you to really think about it. Does Matthew Stafford's past success scare you at all, or do you think the injury and weather make him a sitting duck? Let's shift gears to the man of the hour, the leader of this franchise, Ben Johnson. Can we just talk about how much this guy rocks? We saw the post-game speech after beating the Packers on Saturday night where he dropped the F-bomb and said he hates those guys. It was raw, it was emotional, and it was exactly what we needed to hear. But then, he faces the media today, and instead of apologizing or walking it back, he doubles down. He explicitly told reporters that he and George McCaskey are on the same page. He said the rivalry between Chicago and Green Bay is real, he is part of it, and he genuinely does not like that team. This is a culture shift. For years we've had coaches who try to be politically correct, who treat Green Bay like just another game. Ben Johnson understands that it is not just another game. He owns the Packers right now. He is 2-1 against them this season, he is 1-0 against them in the playoffs, and he has the all-time record against them as an offensive coordinator. Matt LaFleur cannot say that. The Packers cannot say that. Ben Johnson has walked into this building and completely flipped the script. And the players are feeding off of it. Linebacker Tremaine Edmonds spoke to the media and said the locker room energy was turned up. He said when you see your coach have that kind of swag, it trickles down to everyone. Drew Dalman said the same thing, that having a coach who is fired up drives the competitive spirit of the equipment staff, the coaches, and the players. Everyone is buying in. We saw Ben rip his shirt off a few weeks ago. We saw him giving out free hot dogs to the city. This guy gets it. He isn't just a play caller, he is the heartbeat of the team. He has developed Caleb Williams into a top-tier quarterback. He has the offense playing as a top 10 unit. He delivered the NFC North title. He's winning the games he's supposed to win and beating the teams he needs to beat. So, here is the question of the day for you guys. I want everyone to sound off in the comments below. Do you think Ben Johnson's aggressive, fan-like attitude is the key to our Super Bowl run, or is it too risky for a head coach to be this emotional? Type key if you love it, or risky if you're worried. I'm reading every single comment. Personally, I think it's perfect. Even George McCaskey, the man who historically hates swearing, is backing him. Ben said they talked and they are cool. This shows George's growth as an owner too. He's letting the football people be football people. He's not interfering like the owner of the Jets. He's stepping back and letting Kevin Warren, Ryan Poles, and Ben Johnson cook. That is how you build a winning organization. We are seeing a team that believes. There is a swagger in the hallway at Hallis Hall. Why not the Bears? Why not us? We beat the best offense in the NFL. We are about to take down a banged-up Stafford. Next up would be the Seahawks or the 49ers, both teams we can compete with. We control our own destiny to the NFC Championship in year one of the Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams era. That is insane. But we have to talk about something that is making me a little nervous, and honestly, it should make every fan in Illinois nervous. The stadium situation just got very real. We know the team has been looking for a new home, but today, things escalated. A survey was sent out to season ticket holders specifically asking about their thoughts on a move to Northwest Indiana. And it gets worse. Reports from WGN News confirm that Roger Goodell was actually in Northwest Indiana touring potential stadium sites before the Packers game. This isn't just a rumor anymore. The governor of Indiana is pushing hard. He wants the Bears. And Roger Goodell, who wastes no time, is inspecting the land personally. This is a massive wake-up call for the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago. If we lose the Bears to Indiana, it would be a tragedy. It's an economic disaster and a slap in the face to the history of this team. Illinois, get your act together. Whether it's Arlington Heights or the lakefront, we need a deal done. Brandon Johnson, do something. Do not let this team leave the state. I want the Bears to stay in Illinois where they belong. The fact that the commissioner is touring sites across the border is terrifying. But let's bring it back to this weekend. Despite the stadium drama, the focus is on the Rams. We have the edge. We have the weather. We have the coach who hates losing more than he loves winning. We have a healthy roster ready to defend our turf. The Rams are walking into a freezer against a team that is red-hot emotionally. This season has been a dream. One game at a time, but the path is there. We are watching something special happen right before our eyes. I need you all to be loud this weekend. If you are in the stands, lose your voice. If you are at home, scream at the TV. Let's ride this wave all the way to the end. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's an incredible time to be a fan. Make sure you hit that like button, leave your comment on the question of the day, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Let's keep this energy going. Bear down.